What's good, Council of Comics? Be back in 30 seconds with the new keys and hot comics of the week. What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the new keys and hot comics of the week, episode number 51 for this August 14th, 2023. Shout out to Eric. Here we go.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the new keys and hot comics of the week, where we go over all the new keys and all new books coming up this Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, August 16th. It's on Wednesday. All right. First up, the Council, Cliff, Phil, Green Shirt Guy. How are you?
Excellent.
Good. I want to give a shout out and a prayer to everybody out there in Maui. Horrible thing going on over there. Devastating. So do what you can. Call your congressman or something. Maybe we get some aid that can go over there. Shout out to all of them over there. I do want to do a couple of shout outs that we usually do. Shout out to Hudson Valley Services, communityservices.org. Cliff, go ahead.
Hudson Valley Community Services. It's actually HudsonValleyCS.org. They have a division of Cornerstone. They help with all sorts of services for people who need testing for HIV and STIs. They run a food pantry, which is an excellent program in all of our local Hudson Valley counties. Of course, there's the Most Important Meal. It comes up in October, and I will post more about that as I have more information. It's usually the last Sunday. We have a great time. It helps raise money for that food pantry. So please go visit them, HudsonValleyCS.org.
Excellent. Go visit them. I also want to give a shout out that I always give to Young at Heart Foundation, youngatheartfoundation.com. Go give a shout out to Mike. He helps with the kids in the hospitals, things they need with visits, gifts, and many other things. All right. It's Monday. It's
Monday.
time for the new keys. What'd you guys read? Let's start it off. What'd you read?
The Superman annual, which was very good.
Yeah? What's the premise
It's
of
like
it?
it used Lois Lane being editor-in-chief, and she sent her staff out, to investigate stories.
Mhm.
So it reintroduces you to the new Daily Planet staff, because Superman titles used to lean kind of heavy on its supporting cast, and now it's leaned heavy not into the supporting cast, but this was an excellent use of them. They all go and investigate stories, and it helps bring you up to speed on what's going on in Superman and set up what's coming forward in Superman. It was well executed. I liked that a lot. That Spider-Man $10 book.
What, this one?
That's one.
Yeah,
This
I
one-
like that cover, but what are we doing here?
What's going on in the story, man? What's going on with
okay.
Spider-Man?
So
I'm like, what am I
the-
reading here?
the real issue should have been Peter does the bachelor party, and the bachelor party goes poorly, right? And that's the thing. And then it's we get a tiny little story where it's like, oh look, Kamala's alive, Peter. You can just stop feeling some guilt over that. Hot dog.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did not love that.
I didn't
I
like.
did. I thought it
I
was good for them to get to that right away and have him encounter her.
Did come off a lot what was the whole point of that besides to get me into the X-Men a bit?
That's
Yeah.
really all it was. That's
I
all
think
it
that
was.
was to end the one storyline here, and we'll use that to get you into this storyline over here.
That was the main event. Was oh, let's get her on
Shout
the
out to
island. Let's get her to
Kamara,
Hellfire
head
Gala.
council. one of our great followers, Kamaria Carrington.
Don't make her wait.
It was pretty much like, you know, like I felt like the gangster wedding might have been like told before too. Like that might be like a try.
Yeah, they're all scared of the Kingpin. The Tombstone, I guess is Tombstone the Kingpin? Is he the guy that runs all the crime?
Currently he kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but Kingpin, I think Kingpin just got control of the Hellfire Club from Emma. Kingpin. Who we knew as Kingpin.
Fisk, Wilson Fisk.
Wilson Fisk, because for those of us who read that Invincible Iron Man, right? When he encounters them in that building, when Stark encounters them, he's signing a contract. And this is later in the evening of the Hellfire Gala incident. So it's very interesting.
Shout out to Brian LCS. Thank you for watching, good sir. Cliff, you're hitting the button the same time as I'm hitting the button.
We're always hitting it together.
I want to hit the button. There he is. Brian LCS. What's good, my friend? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Toy Gains is also in the house. Hey, gang.
Wow.
Toy Gains should be
Toy Gains, my number one Hudson Valley
special
show.
guest appearance tomorrow night. Hopefully that all works out still. But shout out to Toy Games. Go check his channel out. Go check Brian LCS out as well. They have excellent channels. The Spider-Man thing. I'm ready for something new.
What did you think of the Mary Jane arc?
I'm just not a fan of Mary Jane becoming a superhero.
All right.
And the story did nothing to change my mind about it. You know what I mean?
Also, that costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost like
I
like the story of like, all right, this is them like dealing with like the grieving parents thing, and then I was like, this is probably all you're gonna get from here on out. Like, now we get that
for real. And like exactly too, like she's still with the dude. Like after everything that went down, like I just feel like, you know what? I feel like we should part ways. You know, like the whole thing with the kids was too much.
Did you guys read Night Terrors?
Yes.
I'm behind on it, but I've read some of them. Not Part 3.
So they find spoiler alert. They find the Nightmare Stone.
And we learn about the cult that created the Nightmare Stone and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so that's literally the only DC book I'm buying right now.
Actually, I read the Detective Comics Night Terrors this week,
which also features the count that whoever the council is of the Nightmare people.
Yes, yep.
And it also features the cult. And it's so funny because it's clear that one of the people like doing the cult now is like Amanda Waller, you know? And like, and it's like, okay, we'll give you what you want, but like, it's a joke because like they do give them what they want, but it doesn't matter because they are gonna dominate the world. So like,
yeah,
like that's like instead of like that being Batman, it's like James Gordon's Nightmare in Detective Comics. So
it's really well done.
And Damian in Night Terrors, he can see Dead Man.
Yes, I love.
He's like, wait a minute, you can see me? He's like, come on, man. I've seen worse.
And Damian's been dead before.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things there where Damian,
times, right?
Yeah, a couple times. So there's a few ways that we could give Damian the excuse that he could see him.
Miles Morales continues to be the best Spider-Man book for me.
Oh, it's so consistent. And the reintroduction of Hobgoblin, excellent. I like it is not shoehorned at all. It's really well written.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Miles is going through a little crisis right now. Going through a little mental crisis.
On Infinite Earths?
Yeah, his spider sense isn't working, and there's literally a point in the whole thing with the battle, like his girlfriend goes with I forgot what her name is, but she's the other hero, and he's like bawling, crying because he can't figure out what's going on, and people keep getting hurt, and just the way it's written is just very, 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 very good. And Cliff says he was always able to make the sword. But I've been reading for like 2-3 years. I never seen him make.
I thought you were talking about Blue Beetle.
No, we're talking about Miles.
Oh no!
But they don't explain it. They don't explain it in this either. He just has the sword. but he made
Right.
it with his electrical button.
powers.
Yeah. I'm like, you need to do that more often. But it drains him when he does it. So
Well, that makes sense because you don't want to give someone something ridiculous that they can't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Then they become Superman.
Gunslinger was great. I don't know if you guys read Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Gunslinger's really,
No, I
really
didn't.
good. It's just a little like Spawn Wolverine, basically. Anybody read Ghost Rider Wolverine?
Not yet.
Yeah.
This was
Not
really
yet.
good.
I got it though. I got it in the box
is-
to read.
Yeah, this is
I read
really good.
the Contest of Chaos, the Spider-Man annual.
How was that?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert: Wolverine wins first Contest of Chaos.
I love that
Course.
he's black. I love that Wolverine is back in the tan outfit.
Yes, that's my favorite of all. I wasn't a fan when they went to the yellow outfit with Jim Lee. Came with the new X-Men #1.
Barnstormers is a really great comic. Issue 2 is really. I think it's only going to be like 3 issues. Really, really great.
Is that good? I almost bought that last week, but I was like, I don't think I have number
That's
one.
really good. The art is excellent. It's a good story.
Hmm.
They're it's like they're back in the time where like barnstorming was done with like the planes and they were doing like stunts like the old planes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like this girl was like she ran out on her wedding out with like this guy who's a barnstormer and like they're getting chased by the Pinkertons. It's a full story.
Oh, the Pinkertons! How appropriate! Ah!
Yeah.
Toy Gang says Mustard and Maroon fan here as well.
I mean, I like to call it brown and tan, but okay. Mustard and maroon.
Wildcats.
I mean, it's burnt sienna and
yes, it is burnt sienna.
And-
Isn't it?
And light and yellow hibiscus.
right, yeah.
Wildcats is good. I think I might stop buying it after this issue
Why?
because I can't afford it.
Man,
I like that.
It's
I like
and you know what's her name? What's her name there from Wildcats?
Which one? Her?
The, yes, her. The
Mhm.
only one who's been featured in the book so far.
Yeah,
She looks
Her.
like she's joining Birds of Prey.
she's ruining.
Joining.
Oh, okay. I mean, the
It's
Wildcats
real-
book is a great book. It's just, I can't afford to keep reading it. I think Grifter is a great character too. Grifter is an excellent character.
Also, I like that they use this book to keep them in the DC universe and active and in a way that makes sense for them.
Yeah. And my last good book, House of Slaughter #16, Alabaster. Introduces this guy right here. He's one of the new assassins out there, but he has no arms, and everybody's wondering why people are afraid of him and stuff like that. But the end of what Toy Gang? So did DC buy that from LaFell?
No, Wildcats.
No, Wildcats is Jim Lee.
Yeah, Jim Lee brought the whole Wildstorm package to DC,
Yeah.
and I think it's still his.
It is still his.
Yeah, like
Oh, he
he
still
made.
gets percentage. Yeah.
No, not
DC
percentage.
gets-
It's
DC
his. DC gets the percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets the bigger.
I'm
percentage.
sure that was the agreement when he's like, yeah, you can use my characters, but I still.
No, I am positive that was the agreement because, like, I remember when New 52 came along and they reshuffled the creative teams a lot. All his people were protected. All his
Well,
people
I'm just
were
saying
good.
it's easier to make that agreement when you're the publisher.
Yeah.
Hmm. Very, very true. All right. Anything else? Anything else on the reads?
I mean, there was some interesting reads last week. What X-Men book came out last week?
I read the Iceman last week.
Immortal X-Men 14 was great. It's right
That
here.
was great. And yo, I was right. They're in some desert somewhere in Exodus. And yo, Exodus is going to be X-Men Moses. Watch
Yeah.
out. He
Pretty much
is
what it's looking
he's
like.
gonna
Yeah.
show up and be like,
Yeah.
as prophesied.
And Charles is just like this. He's just on the island by himself
Yeah,
with
when
the
he-
monsters though,
Yeah.
because he mentally controls the monsters to keep. Because somebody who tried to go onto the island, Somebody tried to go on the island, and he brought the monsters against them.
I forgot who it was trying to get on the island, but also the vault. The vault was
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, the
You know,
Children of
I
the
didn't-
Vault or whatever.
Children of the Vault was incredibly good. I actually didn't see that coming.
Sounds like a Fallout mission. Children of the Vault. That might have been in the Fallout game.
When you lock Pete, some
But
villains
it's really
up in
good.
there,
Like
they get out.
they awaken from their prison, right? Realize that it's a prison because it was a virtual world that they were in, and instead of living out the horrific events that played out in that virtual world, they were like, "Oh, we'll do what the X-Men were doing, but we're going to do it better." And they just start saving the world and introducing their technology to help people. And Orcus is watching them, and they're watching Orcus, right? But because they're not advertising themselves as mutants, you know, the world is celebrating them as heroes. It was a very interesting turn, that book. I got to give it to the X-Men creative teams. They have definitely gone with the interesting takes since the Hellfire Gala.
All right.
Yeah, X-Men. Like I will say, like they did. Like when we got into X-Men because of Kamala Khan, they did get us into a really good story. X-Men's really where it's at now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is the best story right now. We'll see what they do with it, though. It's got to end good. It's got to end good. You can't just resurrect everybody back and then be like, all right, here we go forward.
Yeah. But the 5 are alive. The 5 are with
They will-
Exodus.
Oh, they are.
They are,
Are
right?
they?
He pushed them
Oh,
through the
yeah,
portal. They're
yeah,
in that
right.
desert together.
Yeah.
And you know how else I knew they were going to be all right? Because Destiny said, this is the way. And she went into the portal herself, right? So she must have known this is going to work out. I got to go through the portal. But since she's been through the portal, now she's like, I don't have any visions. I can't see
Yeah.
the future. And they're like, yo, Destiny, you need to calm down.
Simmer down.
Yeah.
Simmer down.
Simmer down there, buckaroo.
And there are just some great books. Great books. Actually, last week was a pretty great week.
It was a good week last week.
It was a good week for comics, everybody.
All right, let's get into what everybody came here for. It's time for the new keys and hot comics of the week. We ready? I switched it from left to right. Do something different today. All right, here we go. First up, Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 18, key book, Origin of Superman and Batman's first meeting.
That's
like
a
to see
yes,
how they
just
do it
because
this
it's World's
time.
Finest, and I picked that title up.
That's a great cover.
You know,
The
the
Mora?
original their original
Hmm?
first meeting was a cruise ship, and they were Clark and Bruce were basically fighting over Lois Lane. The second first meeting was in Man of Steel number 3, where Superman goes to Gotham and Batman's like, I don't appreciate you. And Superman's supervision shows a force field around Batman, and he goes, if you touch me, right? He's like, someone in Gotham dies. And they spend the night together fighting crime. They defeat the Magpie. I think that's her first appearance too. And then when they wrap it up, and Bruce is like, all right, you seem okay. And he's like, that thing that you were wearing that would kill somebody. He's like, who's the person who would have died? Right? If like I had taken you in, he's like, me.
Hmm.
And then that was great. I think the next time they officially teamed up together was like Dark Knight over Metropolis. And then that's when Superman gave him the Kryptonite ring.
Batman used it in Hush. Batman used it on him in Hush.
Hmm. All right. Next up, Harley Quinn, Black, White, Redder, number 2, the first team appearance of the Legion of Doominoes. This will cost you $5. No takers?
I mean, I don't feel like it's a taker. I'm always
I get
worried.
it, but not that cover.
Toy Game says I need that book for that cover. He must be.
I think he's talking about World's Finest.
Yeah, this is dope cover. No takers.
No,
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of the Harley Quinn stuff.
I
Like
get
all
it,
her
but
solar.
I get Harley and Batman, and then occasionally some other.
Maybe like if there's like a black label.
getting
Harley
this?
Quinn
Green Sugar.
Yeah, I have the first one. I get it.
What's the first one like?
can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
Mm.
But I collect, like I said, I collect all the Harley stuff. So not all of it.
Ooh.
Like I'm not getting the her destroying the DCU, but that's been done, and the artwork and it's kind of crappy. But
Mm.
1 in 50.
Oh, it breaks my heart
Wow.
here. 1 in 50.
who's that?
Big
That's
old
what,
AA.
okay. Is that who?
Yeah.
He who must not be named.
Is he who we do not name? Yes.
Yeah, very.
He just did a
covered.
1 in 50 on us.
Who I think I'm going
Ah.
to see in Baltimore. Should I tell him
Isn't
that we're
that
trying to keep him
lovely?
alive?
Yes. Tell him we're trying to keep him alive.
Next
He'll be
up,
like, I'm not that old.
the cover
It's the
A
same book.
for Alpha Flight Fall of X. First team appearance of the Box Sentinels. Possible first appearance of a new Nemesis.
I'm here
not
for it.
really-
I'm gonna get it.
The first stuff I ever got signed by Art Adams was the what was the name of that crossover event where Thor became unworthy, and at the end of it Fury became the Watcher because Watto got killed?
Sin. Or Original
Original
Sin.
Sins.
Original Sin.
He
Yeah.
did an
Whoa.
eight issue connecting. So I
Mhm.
I had him sign those.
Wow.
Nice. This is a key book. This will cost you $5. Next up, Dark X-Men. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's too much. It's too
I
much.
love this. I love this. They're
Too
taking-
much,
They're
though.
breaking me over the coals, but I love it.
But they're coming through
Dark
it
X-Men.
every week. Like every week, it's just
Oh
like, yeah,
my
get it, and then
Yeah,
we get it, and
come
you're like,
on,
yes,
Madeline taking the lead. I love it.
yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Is
too.
this Albert?
Yes, it is.
Wow, when did he become part of all this? Has he
So
always been with the
everyone
X-Men?
who was made to feel uncomfortable or felt uncomfortable on Krakoa before the events of the Hellfire Gala, Madeline
Uh-huh.
took them in her sanctuary in Manhattan.
Wow. I
So
love
these
Albert.
dudes
Albert
are
and
these
LCD.
dudes are chilling there. And I think Gambit is has come to her.
For those of you who don't know, Albert is he's like a clone cyborg that they made of
Yep.
Wolverine. That's old school story right there. Wow.
It is,
Nice.
but he
New
is one of the like I never fit in on Krakoa.
Madeline Pryor, Havoc, Archangel,
Madame Pryor, Havoc,
Gambit.
Archangel, Gambit, Azrael, Zero, Albert, and Emplit.
Azazel, Nightcrawler's dad. Like what? I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
This looks like a pretty stacked team. Who's the strength person though? Is that guy
The strength
down there?
person?
like
yeah.
the
was
Colossus.
Maybe it's what's his name? Plate? It might be him.
Yeah, you gotta have a strength guy. All right. Next up, Death of the Venomverse is not dead yet. Death of Venomverse 2. First
Kill it.
appearance of Venom Boy.
Yeah.
First
It's a
full
key.
team appearance of the
It's a
Symbiote
key.
6. It is a key. Let's see what this little variant that it's talking about.
Oh,
Right.
Eric Martinez says Dark X-Men for sure this week.
That's right, Eric. That's right.
Interesting. I must be convinced to buy that book.
I
This is just a regular variant featuring Venom Boy. Is that Venom Boy?
Are you telling me that Archangel and Albert and Gambit aren't enough to entice you to check that book out?
I know. So wait a minute. I gave up Wildcat, so I might be able to pick that up.
Right, exactly. It's a
Might
trade.
be able to
It's a
pick it.
trade.
You gotta trade that off there. All right. Back. Dun, dun, dun. Next up, Ghost Rider 19. This is continuing the Weapons of Vengeance crossover part 2. This will cost you $4.
Yeah. See, this I,
I mean,
can
the
easily
Weapons
pass
of
on.
Vengeance part 1 was really, really good.
And
It
it's
was
supposed
really
it's supposed to kind of tie in to the fallout of the Hellfire Gala. I don't know how or why because he's not even in the right costume, but
Yeah, what the story is that it's kind of like a flashback story too. There's something that's come back, and part of the story is Wolverine. You see the first meeting between Ghost Rider and Wolverine, and each thinks they're responsible for this thing that happened. And meanwhile, in the modern time, Logan goes to find Johnny Blaze, and he's like, "That thing is back. You ready to go get it?" And he's like, "Hell yeah!" So it's pretty interesting. I will not be picking it up because I'm sticking to a budget, so I'm just gonna have to wait for Comics Explained or something. Let Rob do it for me. All right, next up,
We're gonna
Iron
wait for someone else's channel. No.
Yeah, that's how we support them. Iron Man Annual #1. That's a dope Storm.
Concept of
Iron
chaos
Man right there.
continues.
Yeah, that's a yes for me.
I think Storm wins this hands down. I don't even want to read the book.
Well,
There's
Yeah.
no way Storm
when-
doesn't win this.
Well, when you're in a metal suit fighting someone
Right.
who can control lightning, how do you win?
This is what I mean. So they better have a clever ass way he wins. Like he has his
Maybe
Storm
it's
armor.
all carbon
Hey
fiber.
Storm, I made this armor because I thought of you one day. It's my
It's all
Storm
carbon
armor,
fiber
Mark
now.
75.
It's like they get like teleported into like a thing, and like they like Wolverine and Spider-Man got to like this orb or something, and that's what like they both wanted it, and that's what they were really like it trying to change them to like fight to like for it and stuff. It'll be
I can see this-
interesting.
I can see this like Iron Man saying something like, "Well, of course I gotta have a contingency for all you X-Men." You know what I mean? So he probably will have something that can absorb the lightning in the armor.
That's what I was thinking. He would just like be like,
Yeah.
"All right, I'm ready for this. My current armor absorbs lightning and reprojects."
Yeah, that cover is amazing though. Next up, Marvel Voices X-Men #1.
Nah.
Anthology of stories that span the history of the X-Men.
Maybe I'm gonna leave that as a maybe.
Oh, hold on. I might.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I might have to update
maybe.
my
$7 book there.
because of that.
It's a $7 book, but
that's
Let
a
me see what else is
that's
coming
a
this week.
$7 book there.
I just need the Jubilee on the front for reference.
Next up, Spider-Man 11. Solicitation states reintroducing Spider-Boy. Okay. The battle to save the Spider-Verse may be over, but spinning out of the restored web of life and destiny returns the spectacular Spider-Boy, Peter Parker's stupendous sidekick. Wait, that can't be right. Who is this Spider-Boy? And what is his connection to the amazing Spider-Man? This will cost you $5.
I haven't really been following Spider-Boy. I just picked up like his first appearance, and that was kind of
Well, like I think it's
Because they don't give you nothing, man.
Yeah, I think
They don't
this is
give
where
you
we
nothing.
We find out like then he tells Peter all about himself, like how he rescued him. He took him to Daredevil to get trained. I think like this is the origin issue.
All right.
There's been a lot of
shall
Spider-Boy
see.
for the origin issue.
Jeez, like, come
So
on.
popular.
Gotta know where this kid come from. If he's gonna stick around or he's not gonna stick around. Ooh, look at this. Star Wars Darth Vader #37. Look at that cover. Ooh,
There's something wrong
That's
with
great.
Qui-Gon's nose, but other than that,
Desario's going nuts over this. I know he's a big fan of you. Right? That's you.
yeah, it's you.
Dark Droids crossover part 3. This is interesting because I want to see if I don't know if you guys are reading Dark Droids. I want to see if that virus can get into Darth Vader's suit because it's supposed to be able to get into any technological space. Right? LCS says Spider Boy.
That's right,
Spider
Brian.
Boy, where you at, Spider Boy?
Spider Boy,
Oh.
come out and play.
But yeah, I'll be picking this up. This is dope. That's dope. Uncanny Avengers Fall of X #1. New Avengers Unity Squad roster. Captain America, Rogue, Deadpool, Quicksilver,
Quicksilver.
Psylocke, and Monet.
I love it. I love it.
I read the last one on this and it was great, but this artwork looks like.
The artwork. Well, actually, at least the one thing I'll say about this artwork, I don't hate it as much as the art on Captain America's book.
I was gonna say the same thing, but it still bothers me.
Yeah, but bothering me a little, but not the other way where it was like, oh, I can't stay with the story at all.
I don't know if it's just the colors are funky. Like it looks like the inker did their job properly, but the colors that are. Ugh.
I'll give the issue a shot, but mostly I'm interested to see where things go with Rogue. I love that Monet is on the team. It's very interesting that they've got Deadpool.
Well, he was on the last team.
I didn't even bother with the last Uncanny Avengers.
No, it was good. It was good. And Steve was old man Steve for a chunk of it.
Ooh.
I feel like the only face that this artist got right was Quicksilver and Deadpool. Maybe Psylocke. Like the face on Rogue is just like, ooh.
Captain America's face is a little too funny for me. First team appearance of the new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
The new? Did you
Scroll
say
down
the
to see
new?
They are.
No,
It does not.
This will be a $5 book. Take it or leave it. Next up, What If Dark Moon Knight #1?
Nope.
This is the last of the keys.
Joey will get that.
He can tell us about it.
First appearance of Luminary. So, all right. Those are your keys of the week, everybody. That was quick. Which ones are you guys getting out there? Let us know in the comments below. God, I want that R. Adams. Yeah, I want to.
And will your wallet be bleeding like mine at the end of the week?
I'm getting 7 off of the keys, and that's not including the Marvel voices that may or may not get cut.
Cliff, are you seeing the live thing?
I see it.
Yeah,
I see it. So you're having what I had
I don't see
yesterday.
it. Yeah,
The live thing, we're at
I don't
32
see
minutes,
it.
8 seconds. It's
At
okay.
32
We're
minutes,
okay.
okay.
Are you
All
using
right,
the Chrome
about to breathe.
browser?
I can breathe. I can breathe. No, I'm in the same thing I always was.
But I'm always monitoring our thing. So like, don't worry.
I'm always monitoring.
I am. I
Excellent.
have YouTube up in a separate thing just to like make
Okay.
sure we're still moving.
It's fine. I'm not saying you're doing
That's a good
wrong.
idea. I've never done that.
Well, because we've
all right.
had incidents in the past that I don't wish to repeat.
I wonder why I don't see it. But anyway, can't focus on that. Cover price top 10. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 300. First
It's
appearance
back!
of Venom. It's back all right.
Again!
It's definitely back. At number 9, we got Raphael Grandpa's Batman, Gargoyle of Gotham. At number 8, we have Invincible number 120.
Ooh.
What is the significance of this issue?
I'll look it up.
Click it.
I'll look it up.
You go. I got it here. Should be a key. Should be a key. Oh my God, they don't have a significance. Yeah, let us know, Green Shirt Guy, what it is. It's going for $30 now. That's interesting. It's got to be a first appearance of somebody.
All right, hold on. 120 is the Death of Battle Beast.
First appearance of Ursal and Onan.
All right,
Ursal
that must be
is
something.
one.
That must be
she's-
important
Well,
for,
isn't the new season starting soon? Maybe it's in that new season.
Yeah.
All right. Uncanny X-Men number 130. This is the first appearance of Dazzler.
Yes.
That's a great.
And part of the Phoenix Saga.
Yes, indeed. Night Terrors number 3 comes in at number 6. This is the 1 in 25 variant, homage to Hulk issue. I forget what issue of Hulk, but it has Wolverine on the cover with Hulk inside his blades. At number 5, Spider-Man number 7. The Humberto Ramos cover has been going strong in these top 10s for so long.
Those that Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, it's really there.
It's those
Hulk-
two for like
Hulk
last
340, by the way. Incredible Hulk 340. Which not only is a McFarlane cover, apparently it's the introduction of the brown and tan outfit.
the mustard and burnt sienna.
Yeah.
Number 4, we have Spider Rain, number 1, the variant edition. Not sure why that's blowing up. Number 3, Spawn has surfaced again. Shout out to T. McFarlane. Good job, Mr. McFarlane. Doing great stuff over there. Great. Number 2, Spider-Man 2099. Look at these hot books. You know, people saying there's a million of them out there. There's a million of them, but they seem to be staying in the hot 10. And this book right here is a sleeper because this is the first appearance of Cassandra Nova. This is Professor X's twin, who is even more being confirmed through rumor will be in Deadpool 3. They have picked out the actress, but you know, on a strike, they haven't revealed anything. I forget which actress it is, but she looks just like she could be McAvoy's voice sister. That's what she looks like. So,
I mean, I love the idea. And did we talk about Spider-Man Reign?
yes, but we didn't see what it was. Let me click on it.
Because Amazing Spider-Man touched on the fact that we're going to talk about. We're going to touch on.
Recalled due to a depiction of a naked Peter Parker's web shooter.
Yeah.
Ooh. Which is his web?
They recalled the Batman the very first Batman Black Label. They recalled it for the same reason, because of his Batarang.
His Batwang.
But this
I have it graded too, and it's
this is one of the most notorious Spider-Man stories. Usually because of the web shooter and also the depth of violence. But the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man said, made a comment about we're going to revisit Spider-Man's most notorious story. I think Spider-Man has multiple notorious stories, but this is certainly one of them. And I think that's why it's on this list. I think people think this is something Zeb Wells is going to touch on. Brian, I love you. I didn't realize Peter had 3 web shooters. Oh
don't we?
One
all?
doesn't dissolve after.
In Cliff we trust. All right, so that's their cover price top 10. Let's head over to CBSI. This is their honorable mentions. We have Super Magicians Comics 1945, number 5.
I don't like this Klansman looking thing on the cover.
Like a Klan member.
Super Magician Comics. I was like, is that the Grand Wizard up in there? I'm like, I do not care for this.
Listen, it's 4 or 5 going
the
for
Grand Wizard
$1,000.
and Betty Page right next.
I hope that girl's gonna beat him down.
Well, he seems to have her tied up.
I do not like what this cover is suggesting. It was 1945. I'm gonna assume that. I don't even know.
Bottom of the cover. What's it say? Like something.
Hold on. Why and now the incredible becomes possible. Blackstone, the world's greatest living magician.
Well, I hope he's there for the rescue.
How do you know that's not Blackstone?
I'm very worried that it is Blackstone.
No, the guy throwing the magic stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
Godzilla, here there be dragons. Number 2, Scott Godlewski, 1 in 25 variant. It's going for $30. There's definitely a group of collectors that go for Godzilla. $30. I don't know. It's a good one, but I don't know. All right, their top 10. Night Terrors number 3.
Dragons. I said Godzilla's fighting dragons.
Night Terrors number 3. Christian Deuce 1 in 25. Going for $35 to $40. Number 9 got Omega number 1. There's only 1,000 of them. CGC 9 went for $660 raw. But
First appearance of Faust.
Okay. That's just coming out of nowhere. Invincible 120, agreed. $25. Death of Battle Beast. Scarlet Witch number 7, the Megan Hetrick 1 in 50 variant. It was 50 to 60, now it's 70 to 80. Continuing, like I said, a slow burn.
And a first appearance. And a first appearance cover variant. I mean, like, thankfully I got the variant where it is also her first appearance cover variant.
I have that too. Yeah.
You know, but like still the fact that this is the 1 in 20, 1 in 50 is a whole thing.
Number 6, we got Max Rebo number 1, the Ryan Brown 1 in 100. It's going for 125 to 135.
Oh, the one I don't have the 1 in 100. That's
No,
the version.
Journey into Mystery number 622, second print. It's going for $45 raw. 9.8 is going for $680. Look how these photo covers. If you have photo covers in your collection, they tend to go for a lot of money later on.
It says here I don't know if Hiddleston is doing a signing, but I do believe he is going to be doing a CGC signing. I know that I wish I had the Hugh Jackman photo cover of anything because Hugh Jackman did the signing. It was $450 an item that you send into CGC for Hugh Jackman. So whatever you got back is going to be worth a fortune because not everybody did it.
And that doesn't include shipping. That's just to get it signed.
Okay. Number 4, Transformers number 1, San Diego Comic-Con, black and white ashcan. 400 raw, bro.
You know what?
960 for a 9.8.
Yo, when the council is bigger, can we please get a Transformers number 1 Council of Comics variant? Because this has got me so sick that like I demand that when we're big enough, we get a variant.
I'll draw one.
Tell
me what you want on it.
I demand that we get a Nakayama variant.
We get Green Shirt Guy. We get Desario.
He can sit around. He can sit around until we're big. I'll draw it now.
It's very simple. Just pick a Transformer that looks like the DeLorean, right? And then just have this kid jumping out of it, right? What are they, the Wickies or whatever they're called? Just have one of them jumping out of it. And that's it. That's your job, Creature Guy. And make it look as cartoony as possible.
Well, just take a DeLorean and then...
Right, but find a Transformer that actually would be a DeLorean. No suggestions from Sam?
I want to see Galvatron, if anything. Galvatron was my boy.
Wasn't Galvatron like super powerful for a moment?
He was just had like Unicron had given him a lot of power. You know what I mean? So he was a little OD powerful.
No, I know he was, but like, what was his like main ability? He was just super strong.
No, strength wise, yeah, but his blast gun he went from being a handgun to a cannon. You know what I mean? You know, the famous.
All right, Green Shirt Guy, just have Galvatron like blasting. What was that? What was that like fancy fiery race car? What was that guy?
That's Hot Rod.
Yeah, have him blasting Hot Rod in the face with Hot Rod on the ground, like that's it. Go crazy with that.
And go. Number 3, Spider-Man 26, the Gabriel Delato variant, 480 of these. 9.8 was 200, 250. Is this that Bryce Comics one?
I think so. Right, because look what he says. There is no such thing as bad publicity.
Right.
And that's true about that freaking acetate Ultimate Fallout number 4. Everyone knew that a scam was going on, and all it did was make people try to get it more, and then started selling for thousands CGC.
Because they don't want to be the only ones without it.
Yeah, this is a tough one because, you know, I seen what Bryce Comics had to say about it. And I see what other people have to say about it. But it's just the whole link with CGC. You You know what I
I
mean?
know, but
That's the problem.
Did these guys do anything truly wrong?
Some people are saying that CGC is just grading the book whatever it is, like giving him 9 9s and 9 8s. Because what happens is he's supposed to send them in and get them graded as normal, but he's teaming up with CGC.
And they're supposed to pre-screen them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like, well, people are
listen,
sending in their books and taking their chances, but this guy, he has a special deal in. You know what
Well,
I mean?
plus,
That-
didn't they? It was one of those shows where they did on-site grading, and whoever it was got like 70 of them before they were even.
No, that
the
was
public.
the acetate cover. That was the acetate cover. That's not what happened with these people. With
Oh,
these
okay.
people, there was a pre-screening process, and that really pissed people off that there was this pre-screening. But I don't think they actually did anything wrong. I think it is
Well,
what they said.
pre-screenings. What's wrong with that?
Right, exactly. But because people have a bad taste over the Ultimate Fallout situation, they don't like what they're hearing here. But I honestly think that I think Bryce Comics, I don't think they actually did anything wrong. I think they really tried to be on the up and up, and it just looks ugly to the public.
Because
Yeah.
pre-screening, you can. I mean, if you go to a show, and depending on the show, obviously, you go to the CGC table, they will sort of pre-screen it for you. Like you walk up here, like, and what do you think? They won't tell you definitively, hey, this is going to be a 9/8, this is going to be whatever. But they go, I might not do this one. This one's probably in better shape. They will do that for you. That's, it's just customer service. But like, if you're telling me at this show, somebody walked up and like, okay, yeah, these will definitely be all this, and don't worry about it. That's a problem.
Right. And we weren't there. We don't really know. But like, there is a story. But I just feel like.
I mean, I'm not spending my money on it, so.
No, of course not. But like, I mean, if you got your hands on one.
If I got my hands on one, yeah, that's fine. I won't be paying outrageous numbers for it, though.
But I mean, but I think it's important for us to know in the community, like going forward, because like the trust issues with CGC. I mean, I joke around, but I'm serious. What if we actually do make a collector's cover for the council one day, right? I don't want people coming to me and be like, oh, why do you guys only have CGC 9.8s?
Because we sent each one of them in, and here's the receipts. We got no links with nobody.
Not to
That's
mention, I'm
why.
like, we paid a fortune to have this made. Thank you
Jeez.
very much.
It wouldn't be such a problem. It wouldn't be such a problem if the fact that everybody else is taking their chances.
You want the black and silver Galvatron, right? Not the purple one.
Black and silver. No, I want the
No,
purple
I want
one with the
purple.
yellow gun.
Okay.
The Transformers the movie one.
Okay.
Wait, does the gun have to be yellow? Can it be gold?
Well, the one I'm looking at, the reference I'm looking at is actually orange, but whatever.
It's like a yellow orangish. The Transformers the movie, 1986. Dwellings number 1, Jay Steffens, 1 in 10. It's going from 40 to 50. Look at that. Remember that book?
Yeah, we were
Remember
just talking about
We
it.
were talking about this book, and then we're like, nah, we're not getting it. It's a
That was last
$50
week.
book now. Yeah, it's a $50
And look
book
at this.
now,
Some
so-
stores did not get their copy of the 1 in 10.
Wow.
Shocking.
Wow. And number 1, Night Terrors, the Zatanna. Number 2, the Shuma Hill, 1 in 50 is going for $150 to $175.
That's kind of a crazy cover. Why are the eyes floating? What is that?
Because she's turning into some horrific spider. This is her nightmare.
No, I was gonna say I didn't read that one. so-
Nightmare Terrors. Yep.
Wow.
I wonder if the dwellings might even still be at the shop. Maybe I don't know.
It would be the 1 in 10, so you'd have it with the
Yeah.
variants. You wouldn't have
Yeah.
it like in the regular boxes. All
I
right,
think it was
so
like a
let's see.
$10 book too, though. Like,
Yeah. This is a CBSI Hot 10 list. Do you guys have any of these Hot List comics? Should we get any of these Hot List comics? Let us know.
the honorable mention. That's what we
Yeah.
we want the wizard honorable mention.
Yeah. All right. It is time for everybody's
For the League of Comics.
It's everybody's favorite part of the show. Oh, there goes the thing. It's back. I see it now. 7 people watching. Hey, you 7 people. You're great. We love you. Thank you for watching. All right.
We appreciate
Here we go. Here we go. New comics. This is coming out this Wednesday, August 16th, we're gonna be like whether we like it or not, or be like Council Key stuff like that. All right, let's run through it. Daredevil number 14.
Yes.
Yes.
Batman Superman World's Finest number 18.
Yes.
Put a one up there for Toy Gains on that one. Something is Killing the Children number 32. That's a big yes for me. X-Men Red number 14, continuing the
No.
fall of X.
Yes.
Spider-Man number 11, the reintroduction of Spider-Boy.
Yes.
No.
No, from
No.
Phil. Wow, Phil takes a line in the sand. He
No.
drew a line in that sand. He said,
Good for
no.
you, Phil. I'm
Good
behind
for you, Phil. Good for you. Ghost Rider number
Also not be wasting
17.
my money.
Ghost Rider number 17. No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Star Wars Darth Vader number 37. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Invincible Iron Man. I'm even gonna go for Star Wars 37 being a council key, because it's just a great story. That's my council key. You were able to have your council key as well. The Invincible Iron Man annual number 1. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 142. Uncanny Avengers number 1.
Nope.
Dark X-Men number 1.
That's my pick.
Yeah, that's a council key from Cliff.
I'm
No,
telling you, look out for that Dark X-Men number 1.
White Rifles number 3, council key.
Council Key. I'm gonna get
We all agree on that one.
No.
Yes.
That
Oh,
one-
that's
Council
Yeah,
Key.
White Rivals is great. It's great. Night Terror's Superman number 2.
For me.
Night Terror's Nightwing number 2.
No.
No.
Death of the Venomverse number 2. Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker number 4.
Hell yes.
Night Terror's Wonder Woman number 2. Tales of the Titans number 2.
That's
nice
for
little
me.
American
Yes.
cover. The Walking Dead Deluxe number 69. Loki number 3.
Yes.
Alpha Flight number 1.
Yes.
Hawkgirl number 2.
Yeah.
Night Terror's Catwoman number 2.
Yes.
Alien number 5.
No.
Yeah.
The Vigil number 4.
Is anybody still reading that?
I am not. No,
I read
I
the
stopped
first one. I was
reading.
like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
City Boy. City Boy is actually very good, and the art is amazing.
Yeah, I kept with the Spirit World and City Boy. Like those two, I am still reading.
Okay. Night Terror's Punchline number 2.
Yeah.
What If Dark Moon Knight number 1. The Penguin number 0.
Ugh.
Something Epic number 4.
Nice.
Yes.
X-Men Days of Future Past Doomsday number 2. That's a
That's
yes.
for Sam.
That's a yes. That's definitely a great story. I Hate Fairyland number 8.
Of course.
Yes.
Groot number 4. The Cull number 1.
I
Yeah,
read this is
comic.
my council key of the week right here.
Council Key.
Oh, okay. Hold on. What is the call? Let's.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember the synopsis, but it looks good. I
Okay.
read it and I was like, okay, that sounds interesting.
That looks like Khaleesi a little bit.
A little
might
bit.
get that.
Yeah. Next up, Sonic the Hedgehog number 63 with a little. Oh, it's almost like a. I want to look at it sideways, but it's not. It's like going up and down. But anyway. Harley Quinn, Black and White, and Redder number 2.
Eh.
Marvel Voices, X-Men number 1.
Yes.
The Magic Order 4 number 6.
Yes.
Disney's Villains Maleficent number 4.
Can I just say this about Mark Millar, however you want to say it? Love him, hate him. Some people don't like his stuff. I think it's good. It's always written well. It's almost like he's writing so it can be option for a show or whatever. But it's like
Yes.
it's like he knows it. He knows that, but he gets to play with all the best toys. He gets all the best artists to do his work. I can't think of a recent book.
He's
that
building
had where-
something. Remember, he got $1 billion deal from Netflix.
Yeah. Netflix was like create.
Right.
$billion.
And nothing's come out though.
It's coming. It's
Well,
coming.
no. Well, remember it's the the first one, Jupiter's Legacy, was a freaking disaster.
Yeah.
So
The
that
comic
was-
was good though.
The
comic was good.
I liked what I watched on that, but it'd be
Well,
you know what'd be interesting is if they're waiting to do so they can build so they can do the big game.
That's what he's doing. He's building the foundation of everything in the comic books, and he'll build.
You know what I'm saying? If they
he'll build the
create a
show
Millarverse,
based on that.
I will say the Super Crooks animated series, which is not for children, that was excellent. I don't know how well received it was, but it is very good. So I mean, he doesn't get it all wrong.
Mhm. Disney's Villains: Maleficent #4, Red Sonja #2, Dune: House of Harkonnen number 8. Sorry, Icon versus Hardware #4,
Yes.
Antarctica #2, Disney's Villains: Hades #1,
No,
Yes.
I can't do it. I want to, but I can't do it. That's where I draw the line.
Rare Flavors: Ashcan.
I'm gonna get that.
Ooh.
That's my
Maybe. I wonder if we can-
council key B.
Council key. In Hell We Fight #3, Queen of Swords: A Barbaric Story #2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate #1, Sirens of the City #2,
Yeah,
Phil?
I'm gonna get that. Yes, definitely.
Wild's End #3.
And we
Stars-
decided that that's not a Glickman, right?
Which one?
What's
Wild's End?
Wild's End,
No, there was a different book, wasn't it?
right? But is it a Glickman though?
This looks like a Glickman.
It does look like.
Glickman,
feel
you
like
watching?
you
Is this a
should know
Glickman? Someone
I
let
feel
us
like-
know.
I feel like he said no.
Was
to
that the one that I read the first one on a couple weeks ago?
it. Yes.
Remember- And I was like, I don't know what this is.
Star Signs #4, Miss Truesdale and the Fall of Hyperborea #4. That looks like Hellboy on the cover. Though.
It is Hellboy.
Okay.
It's a
Hellboy
Hellboy universe story.
All right. Money Shot Comes Again #3.
Wow.
Bryn Mawr, I guess it's Bryn Mawr. #2. I said
Bryn
Brian. Astrobots #4.
I'm one behind on that, but that's a good story.
All right.
Astrobots.
Yeah.
The Lonesome Hunters, The Wolf Child #2, Mad Magazine #33, Gru in the Wild #2. That's a yes from me. Gru has always been great because it's always written and drawn by the same guy. Always wonderful. Godzilla: War for Humanity #1, Second Coming Trinity #5, Panya: The Mummy's Curse #2, Betty Page #3, Resident Evil: Infinite Darkness: The Beginning #3, Dark Spaces: The Hollywood Special #1, Star Wars Insider #220, Monomyth #4, Silent Night: Deadly Night #3, Rick and Morty: Heart of Rickness #2, Chilling Adventures presents Strange Science #1, The Many Deaths of Layla Starr: The Pen and Ink #1, Oz: Kingdom of Lost #1, Savage Squad 6 #2, Orson Welles: Warrior of the Worlds #1, Children of the Comet #2, Black Demon Tales #3, Under the Influence #2, Santos Sisters #5, Tales of Asunder #3, Prometheus in Chains #3, Weekly Shonen Jump 2708, Sunshine Patriots #2, Be My Villain #75, Blade in the Dark Remastered Edition #1, Archie Milestones Jumbo Comics Digest #21, Jughead Time Police and Other Tales, Silence #5, and last but not least, Sub-Zero #107.
This is another one. At 170, we find out about this one.
Well,
fine.
we've seen Sub-Zero before. It's been like a year, but we've seen Sub-Zero
I've never
before.
seen it before.
Eric says I liked Brimmore #1. What do you guys think out there? Those are your new comics coming out this Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. What will you be getting? What will you not be getting? Let us know in the comments below. Look at all these books. All these wonderful books.
Too many books.
And
I
that,
think I'm gonna get like 19 or
that
20.
my friends.
I have 18, I think. 1, 2.
I think I'm still down in the 11-12 range. I've done well. Council, if you would have seen me a while ago, I was
Yeah,
bad.
it's 18.
I was bad. Oof,
18.
bad.
16 titles, but
Um,
18.
All right. All right.
Maybe 20.
So that is 20. Cliff,
Yeah,
how many
maybe
you got?
20 with the Marvel voices. That would be 20. That ain't too bad.
Maybe 12.
Excellent.
Ooh, Cliff.
All right. So we want to give a shout out to everybody that was watching tonight. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Brian LCS. Shout out to Toy Gains. Shout out to Kamaria. Everybody that commented. Thank you guys for watching. We truly, 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 truly appreciate it. That is our show for today. Remember, we do this every week. Oh, before we go, we still got this contest going on here. We still got this one going on here. How do you win this? This is how you win this. Go in the comment section of this video if you haven't done to the previous 2 videos. You're going to write, what are the first 4 episodes of The Council in California? And you're going to put that in the comments, and then we'll see it, and we'll enter you in. And at the end of the month, we'll do a raffle to see who wins this.
Are
bad
you-
boy.
Is it which store you visited or the name of the video?
The titles. The 4 titles. The 4 titles. I will accept if they just put where we went. I'll accept that as well. We're not putting too many restrictions on this one. Speaking of the Council in California, new episode just dropped. Episode number 6, Golden Apple Comics. Go check it out. They're out there in Los Angeles. We went to check them out. Had a good time. It's one of the oldest shops in LA, and it's probably one of the most famous shops in the world. They have so many actors and actresses going through there. It's ridiculous. Michael Jackson used to go there. Michael Jackson used to shop at this shop. And the guy we talked to met Michael Jackson. Isn't that something? Go find out in the video over there. All right. So we have tons of other videos on the channel. We have the new comic book. Matter of fact, oh, I got that. Let me show you. Let me show you. Where's that? There it is. Let me show you. Here's what our channel looks like. Go over to our channel, hit subscribe. We got the Council in California, episode number 6. We got Masters of the Universe film review cut. That's up there. I got 26 books for $85. That's comic book pickups number 17 out there. And then new comic book day 60. And I'm currently editing more videos, including episode number 1 of Phil's Place,
Yeah.
the Laserdisc collection,
Laser
and Laserdisc stuff. For all you people that's interested in Laserdisc stuff, we got your stuff coming. We got good stuff coming. Excellent. All right. So next Sunday, your homework for the Film and Box Office News at 5 p.m. The Rocketeer. We're watching The Rocketeer. So make sure you watch The Rocketeer.
I'm watching it on Laserdisc.
Yeah. Oh, he got it on Laserdisc. You lucky, lucky, lucky guy. Make sure you watch that and join us Sunday here at 5 p.m. Then we'll be back next Monday at 8 p.m. with another edition of New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, where we go over all the new keys and all the hot comics and all the new issues that come out on that Wednesday's New Comic Day.
So
Or you should go to. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
I was
You
gonna say,
should
you're
go to your
watching-
local comic book shop, and we're gonna be at Alternativers picking up our books. So you should go to your local comic book shop and get your books as well. What were you gonna say, Green Sugar?
I was gonna say you're watching in a laser disc, but is it letterbox or is it pan and scan?
No, it's the letterbox.
Nice,
It's the
okay.
letterbox. Yeah.
I
it's the
have
letterbox.
no idea what they're talking about. Okay.
Pan and scan didn't happen too often on Laserdisc.
It did for for the early bunch. A lot of that stuff was pan and scan.
Pan and scan is
But-
the worst. It always made me feel like I was
You know what? I
sick.
had I have a pan and scan copy of Silence of the Lambs, and I watched that way. But it was really cool because they're in that part. You only see Hopkins' face as he's going off on her. It was yeah, that's kind of cool.
I can't remember what movie it is, but there's a movie where it's one of those typical settings where there's 2 people sitting in a diner, and it's this shot where it's a 2 shot, and it's pan and
It's
scan.
just
So
light.
every time someone talks, it's doing this, and I was getting like ill.
When Harry Met Sally was that.
Yeah, it might have been that movie. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's like it was weird because like I actually when I rewatched it with my mom this year, I was like watching it normal for the first time in my life, and I'm like, oh, this is what it should look like.
Right. I'm not
All right.
kidding.
Ray Fisher's in that movie too.
So, all right, guys, we're gonna see you next week. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below. Remember, we're gonna be at the shop tomorrow. Toy Games is gonna stop by. We're gonna chat it up, talk about projects, maybe film. Not maybe. We're gonna come up with something. We got a new skit we got to do. We'll figure it out. We always figure it out. But join us between 4 and 7:30 around there. We'll be there, Hyde Park, New York, at Alternativerse, our favorite comic book shop. So, for myself, for Cliff, for Phil, and for Green Shirt Guy, we thank you, we love you, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
I